Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Matt, aka Thanatos, and I'm coming to you impromptu, but you all knew it was coming. Maybe not this early, but I'm going to be doing as much as I can of a spoiler-free review and maybe a recommendation for the newly released Green Lantern comic that came out today by written by Grant Morrison with art by Liam Sharp. I got off work at 5 a.m. this morning. I had a dentist appointment. I am dead tired, but I still had to go out and pick up some copies. I have a bunch pre-ordered everywhere. So I think I'm going to go over the release itself, some of the books that you can go out right now and pick up, the art, Liam Sharp's art. I'm going to try to go into the story as much as I can without actually like letting anything out, or I don't know, any spoilers. And then I'll let you know if I recommend it or not. So yeah, I've been waiting a while for this book to come out. Green Lantern has obviously been a passion of mine since I was a kid. Hey, Tony Sanders, good to see you. And I figured like doing this live show real quick, it would be the fastest way for me to just get this out to you guys, so you guys have a more informed decision whether you want to take the time. I mean, we're all reading books, so it's extra time, extra money. So if I can help you guys make a choice to read it or not read it, I think that would be a good thing for me to do for the community. I know tonight, Whitewell Comics, Johns with Comics, and I believe Sir Sargent are going to be doing a show tonight to do a review and talk about Green Lantern and all that. But I'm not going to be here tonight, so I figure, and I'm going to be asleep. I actually have a concert tonight, so this is me doing it now. So I went and picked up all the copies I could, and I'll get my online shipments eventually. So today you can go, and they had a midnight release at some stores. Even the stores that didn't do a midnight release should have the midnight release copies. So right now, if you go, you can pick up the cover A by Liam Sharp. You can pick up the Frank Quitely variant, which is kind of sick. It's pretty cool. Whether or not this plays a role in the story, you'll find out. They had a blank cover, which I think is awesome. One, because Green Lantern never has blank covers, so it's kind of exciting to see one. Unfortunately, I picked this up real quick, and I didn't even look. It is mashed in the corner. So luckily, I think I have a copy coming from an online order, and I might go pick up another, because if I'm going to have I don't know, someone do some sketch covers, this is probably the copy that I want to have them done on. And then the midnight release cover is the just a sketch variant, black and white sketch variant of Liam Sharp's artwork. And also there are numerous variants out there, retailer variants that you can pick up. I will list them for you once I have the website up, maybe. All right, so you can go to, if I knew how to show this on here, I would. Other than those covers, they have Epic Comics. The website for Epic Comics has 3 variants by Jim Cheung. There's a trade dress variant, a black and white, and a virgin variant. And it's kind of got that more modern New 52 rebirth look to it. And then there is a BuyMeToys.com has a Rodolfo Migliori cover, which is actually really cool. It's kind of reminiscent of Alex Ross. I've never seen, I'm sure I've seen this guy's art before, but I probably wouldn't recognize it off the bat. I'd probably mistake it maybe for something close to Alex Ross. They have a trade dress variant, a sketch variant, and then a virgin variant. And it is a really cool cover. It's got Hal Jordan like split down the middle. Half of him is a Green Lantern, with like the Green Lantern Corps behind him. Like some really cool Green Lantern characters from like back in the day. Like Arisia is on it, Guy Gardner, the tree guy. I don't remember his name, but he's in DC Legends, the game. Kilowog's on it, and then on the other side of him is like looks like Carol Ferris with a note, like a clipboard, some fighter jets. And Mogo's on it. So it's a really cool cover. And most of these can be bought in sets. They're not that pricey. But BuyMeToys.com. I'm going to put the links in the description below just in case you guys are interested. And the best retailer variant, in my opinion, which you can still probably get, is from Frankie's Comics, the Francesco Mattina trade. They have a trade dress variant cover and a Virgin variant. And it is sick. I feel like we don't get a lot of cool covers for Green Lantern, not all the time, but this one it's pretty nasty. Hal Jordan is looking like he's been in a fight, and it's awesome. So those are the retailer variants that are out right now. So in all, you can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. Almost 15 total covers just for Green Lantern #1. But definitely go check those out if you're interested. Obviously, as a Green Lantern fan, I think I bought all of them. I might not have bought the Epic Comics one because I couldn't access the website from work. So those are available for you. And then we can get into, I got to be honest. So I'm at work at night right now, and I immediately, as soon as midnight hit, I got on Comixology and Amazon, and I got the digital copy because I'm not going to wait 10 more hours to read this. So I read it last night around midnight digitally, and I really, it's always refreshing to get a new perspective, a new story. And I do feel like Green Lantern's kind of gotten into that lull where it's too epic all the time. It's always these crazy battles, universe-ending scenarios, and where they always have to have, every single Green Lantern on deck. It's always got to be, all the Earth Green Lanterns have to party up. Someone's getting kidnapped. It's always epic. So it is nice that after, you think about how far that's gone back. You look at, back in 2005 when Rebirth came out from Jeff Johns, all the way through his run into the New 52 through DC Rebirth, it was very epic. Like there was very little lull. It was just back to back to back, like fighting endless OP, like Omega level monsters and villains. So this starts. It's kind of cool. So even like the first third of the book doesn't even have a human Green Lantern in it. It's just kind of intro story. Not an intro story, not like an origin story, but it's like the way that Grant Morrison described it as a cop, like a space cop. It kind of gives me, like, when you think of like a ring slinger, that's what they call themselves. It's like Guy Gardner loves calling himself a ring slinger. And it has that feel like a gritty space cop story, it definitely has a build-up. The story's going to evolve, obviously, and the villains are going to get bigger, and there's going to be some major plot line. But right now, they're kind of just giving you hints as to what is to come. And they depict Hal Jordan in a much different light. And I really liked that. Hal Jordan's always been, the fearless, all out, all the time kind of guy. And in this one, in this Green Lantern by Grant Morrison, he's very relatable. And I really like that. They definitely brought him down to earth. He still has that swag though. There's some parts, even in the preview, if you read the preview, where he shows up and he's just got swag. Like, I'll let you be the judge of that. But it is also nice, like you have Hal Jordan, but you also have the Green Lantern Corps, and usually you don't get both. You don't get the Green Lantern Corps and Hal Jordan and the Earth Green Lanterns. It's usually kind of mixed or all together at once. And they did a great job involving the Green Lantern Corps in this. There's Green Lanterns that it was super nostalgic for me because there are some Green Lanterns that we haven't seen in years, and they just kind of pop up. I mean, there's references to them, and it kind of has that, like, with the whole space cop thing, it kind of feels like there's partners in this. And so I'm excited to see how that kind of builds out. I'm interested to see if, like, it'll build out to eventually have, like, whatever Jeff Johns' movie is going to be about, where it's like a space cop partnership duo where they're space copping it up. But it definitely had a back to basics feel. There wasn't a grand battle. There's no, like, extreme General Zod doesn't show up and blow up a planet. It was nice. It definitely it had a good flow. It definitely introduced kind of what Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp are trying to get out of this with their own spin on the story. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, as a Green Lantern fan, there are definitely stories that I have not liked. So I'm not like, I love Green Lantern all the time, always. I will admit the Power Glove thing after Jeff Johns' run finished in the New 52, that was terrible. Like the whole, like, first Lantern power backpack glove, and Hal Jordan grew his hair out long and he had like an overcoat on. That was awful. What a terrible story. Which I think that was what, Robert Venditti? Either way. So I'm coming at this with an open mind, knowing that I'm not going to get the crazy space battles. I mean, we might later, who knows? But right now, this was a great way to intro into the Green Lantern universe with a new perspective. And then going into the art, Liam Sharp is amazing. His ability to create and detail a world is it's ridiculous. I will admit, though, Liam Sharp's art is not my style. It's so gritty. It has that, like, 90s, 80s feel to it, but it's so detailed that it's hard to even, like, criticize him at all. I'm very much a Ivan Rice, Doug Mankey, Rafa Sandoval, Ethan Van Sciver, like those clean lines, everything's bright and colorful, and not a lot of, I don't know how to, like, it feels like Liam Sharp took art and then, like, gritty sandpapered it. And it has just a beautiful feel to it. It's so detailed. I can't even imagine how, like, if the amount of time it probably took him to draw a lot of these panels has to be crazy, because the detail is next level. So art fans will definitely appreciate the amount of time and effort that Liam Sharp and who did the inks? Olive. They did a great job. Again, not my style of art. I wouldn't pick this. If I was obviously going to make my own storyline, I would want someone who draws a lot cleaner, more of like a flowy art style. But Liam Sharp definitely kills it with the detail and the world building. So definitely not disappointed in that kind of in that way. I mean, I reading the preview, I kind of knew what I was getting at. You could look at the cover and know you're not getting a Green Lantern like you have seen in a very long time. It's like, it almost has I'm not going to say Neil Adams feel to it, but that same, like, grittiness. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the chat, guys. I kind of just I'm honestly going to try to get to bed here in like 15 minutes. But hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining me in the chat. White Whale, I shouted you guys out in your live show tonight. I hope it's great. I hope you guys enjoy the comic. But hello. TJ, I saw was in the chat. Loss, Tony Sanders, Just a Rican, Comic Books NYC. Thank you guys all so much for showing up. So what else did I have? I went through the variants, the story, the art. Do I recommend it? Like in general, would I recommend this if you have been off the Green Lantern horse for a while? Green Lantern's always kind of weird because they'll do these reboots, you know, the entire DC universe is rebooted, but somehow since Jeff Johns' run has not been rebooted. The storyline has kind of stayed the same. It's flowed for years. And you can definitely tell that this does not follow that. Earth One had its own origin and different style, and I loved Earth One. By the way, if you haven't read Green Lantern Earth One, go get it. Like, it's amazing. But if you are looking for a place to start Green Lantern, do it. I mean, it's $5. You don't need to get every single variant for it. But if you're looking for something very unique, but still relatable and you're still comfortable knowing the Green Lantern mythos, I would highly suggest it because it is definitely a new perspective of Hal Jordan. It's a new perspective of the Green Lantern Corps. The Guardians even feel very different than what they've become in the most recent Green Lantern stories. So there's a lot of things that have changed. And I'm very, very interested to see how Grant Morrison continues to write this. I'm not going to give away villains or like teasers or anything, but on the last page of the book, it has a coming soon, and there's a picture, and you guys will know it. And it was like, yes, I am so excited for what is to come. So when you get it, wait till the very end. I mean, it doesn't really apply to anything in the storyline. It's just like a coming soon, and there's like kind of some pictures going on. I don't know if it means anything, but there's two characters in there that are like, I don't know. I'm super excited for it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I will show you the books that you can pick up right now in store. The Frank Quitely cover B, which has it's a really cool cover. Sorry, I'm getting some serious glare here. There is the midnight release. I'm not too sure how long they will probably have these. I picked up one here, and I think Midtown Comics has them for sale as well. But that's pretty cool. The cover A with the Liam Sharp art. Super nice. If you like this cover and his style of art and just like how detailed everything is, you'll like it. And this sun kind of reminds me of like from back in the day, the Godsmack symbol, which I thought was kind of cool. And then you can get a blank cover. Make sure you look at it before you pull it off the shelf like I did, because you will get one that is janky. This is like a 6.0 copy right off the shelf. Way to go, me. But really cool. I actually really like this title. It has that same like old school Green Lantern feel to it versus like the more modern Green Lantern stuff. I kind of like that, how they're just straight up going old school on it. But yeah, Gritty Space Cop story was on point, very accurate to the description of the story. I like the way that they wrote Hal Jordan and his personality that's kind of different from what we would normally recognize as Hal Jordan. Very relatable, which was a big which I appreciated and all that goodness. So yeah, I'm just rattling on. But hey, thank you guys so much. Go out, pick up the Green Lantern #1 by Grant Morrison and art by Liam Sharp. I do think it is worth the read. There's a lot of good books coming out this week, so pick and choose. But if you want to start something completely fresh from Green Lantern, something that hasn't really been rebooted in at least a decade, go pick it up. And I hope I don't steer you wrong. If it's that bad, let me know and I'll PayPal you $5. Maybe. You make your own life choices. But tonight, White Whale Comics, you want to let them know in the chat or whose chat is it on? I think it's on White Whale's Comics channel, but I believe it's him, Sir Sargent, and John's Comics with Kids, John's Comics. I don't know why I can't remember what his dang name is. And maybe Jaydee. I don't know. People are going to be there talking about Hal Jordan and Green Lantern. So let's go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Kachung, Brandon Skowinski, everybody. I appreciate you and bloop. Adios.